Okay, so I want to make another video, but I'm driving, and it's real bad to hold the camera and drive, so it's just going to be audio. But it always helps for me to make videos whenever I feel my heart palpitations, and it just happened, so I wanted to talk about that. I was driving in my car, not even rush hour traffic. I was actually not stressed at all, and this leads to what I always ask myself, why did it happen? I just refuse to accept the fact that my heart just palpitates just because that's the way I'm made up and that's what it does. I mean, I feel like there has to be some type of trigger, and I honestly can't think of any triggers. I was driving in my car. I was actually listening to a nice song. I felt very relaxed. I have no idea, and my heart did the palpitations, and PAC, PVC, whatever you want to call it, I hate it, and it did that, and the things that I was actually eating, because, sometimes caffeine or extra sugar, fast food, can cause some types of palpitations sometimes. I ate an apple, and then I was eating an orange. I was actually eating the orange when it happened. So in my messed up head, I will probably never eat oranges again, because now I'm going to associate oranges with heart palpitations, even though that is ridiculous. At least I know that's ridiculous. Before, I didn't know, and I thought that it really meant something. As I'm talking, I'm realizing how silly it's sounding, but if something is happening and I feel my heart palpitate, and that is what I don't want to happen, I'll just completely put it out of my life. So, my last video, I was talking about an echo stress test that they gave me. Basically, I walked on a treadmill for a few minutes. They had me all hooked up, and they were taking pictures of my heart, too, with an ultrasound. And the cardiologist, who I actually trust, because most of the time, I would go to a doctor, cardiologist, and I really didn't trust them. Anything they would tell me, I just wouldn't believe. Like, maybe they just didn't catch what I had. But I actually, I believe this person, because she was very nice. She was very thorough in her explanation to me. And she was the head of the Heart Institute that I went to. Like, she was the director. So, yeah, I trust this person. And it seems as though my heart palpitations have gotten a little bit less, not cured, but a little bit less since I actually started believing that nothing really is wrong with me. But really, there is something wrong with me, because my mind's messed up because of the heart palpitations, and then, as you guys know, anxiety makes you have heart palpitations, and even the doctor understood that this is just a vicious cycle. But I do have to say now, as opposed to before, I would freak out, I would say my anxiety level would get to a 10, 11 on a scale from 1 to 10. Anytime I felt my heart palpitate. But now, I still freak out. And when I do freak out, it always still goes to a 10 or an 11. However, I was at home earlier, and it happened. And I completely put it out of my head, because that's supposedly, the cardiologist said I'm fine. So I just completely put it out of my head. I did feel it, and my anxiety level went up a little bit for maybe 5 seconds, but I was able to control that and keep myself in reality. But whenever it happened, when I was just now in the car, I just went to that point again, like a 10 or 11, where I just start freaking out, like, oh my God, what the heck? But it was the same feeling, the same PAC or PVC that happened earlier in the day, and I didn't freak out. So now I'm noticing that maybe I'm not freaking out every time. Before it was 100% of the time. Now I would say maybe it's 90% of the time I'm freaking out. So I guess I do see a slight improvement. Although I wish it was 100% of the time I never freaked out. Or better yet, I just wish I never had the heart palpitations to begin with. So yeah, just wanted to give an update. I don't know. I can't stand heart palpitations. My doctor did tell me, though, to exercise, and with exercise, I will feel the frequency of the palpitations less. You know, that exercise could really help. So I am going to start to get on that. I tell myself all the time I'm going to just start walking, because that's what she said. Just start by walking and increase it. She said you can exercise as much as you possibly want. My heart is structurally sound, you know, all that good stuff. It's just, but see, it is frustrating because I have the heart palpitations. I have that. It's known. And it almost seems as though doctors, cardiologists just accept that because people just have that. But, I mean, come on, there has to be a reason why. I mean, maybe because I don't exercise, maybe because I don't eat right. I mean, people always say, you know, drinking enough water, exercising, and eating right are like the three key things. But you just think that is so simple, you almost don't believe it. But I don't know, maybe I should believe that and should start doing all that. Because in my mind, I'm mentally prepared to exercise and start eating better. And I feel like I get stronger. And then something like this happens where I have a few episodes, like I did today, and it just puts me back at square one. I feel like, you know, I'll go a few days without the heart palpitations amazingly. And I just keep wanting to know, what did I do that day? I mean, what happened differently today as opposed to any other day? You know, not more stressed out. I can't figure it out, and maybe that's one of my problems too. I always try to figure it out, but now, whenever that happens, it's like, you know, you take so many steps forward, and then that happens, and you almost feel like it just puts you, you know, that far back again, and then you don't feel as strong to go out there, exercise, and conquer the world. You just don't feel like you can do that anymore. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update, and please comment, and video comments, anything. I love to hear from you guys. All right, thanks for listening.